Hi everybody, Russ from My Hammers 11. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware every time we put new content on. We are this close to hitting 6,000 subscribers, which is incredible, which is mental. So share, if you're on, share it, like, let's get to 6,000. It'd be great if we got to 6,000 by the end of play today. Who knows? We've just hit 250,000 video views as well, which is absolutely crazy. As always, we'd like to thank our channel sponsors Untuckit. Check them out in the description below. We've got Black Friday deals and stuff coming on soon, so make sure you keep an eye at them if you want some really nice quality shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that. Make sure you check them out. Today we've got another lockdown live thingamajig. Again, if anyone has a decent title for it, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to be stumbling our way through the introduction for the next 4 weeks or next 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks as it is now. So it'll be really hope everyone's safe and well. And for those of you new to these silly little live streams we do it at lunchtime, not necessarily every lunchtime, Monday to Friday, but a few a week. And just so you give yourself a bit of time away from the, from the screen, but you can be watching this on the screen, but from the spreadsheets and the emails and stuff like that. It's important to have a lunch break. Even more so now when we're all working from home, for those of us lucky enough to work from home. But still, if we're not, it gives us a distraction during lunch. Make sure we have a bit of normality, even if we're on furloughed or whatever. So at least it's a lunch break and gives us an opportunity to talk some absolute rubbish, which is what we always do at these things. It's only about half an hour, 40 minutes or so. And we just chat and we just ask silly questions and get everyone's responses. Hope everyone is safe and well, of course. We don't do anything too highbrow here. As I said, we're still waiting for Trump to concede, and obviously we've got to think in terms of the vaccine, and we've got all this government stuff, and we do the hard-hitting questions, as I said, such as what's your favorite roast dinner, or what's your favorite brand of crisps, what sandwich would Declan Rice be, that type of silly thing. And for those of you interested, obviously tomorrow night, that's Thursday night, 9 o'clock, we've got our John Hartson appreciation night, which should be better. Thanks, Jim. It's not the camera, it's the lighting. I've turned the lighting off and I've put some stuff in. That's the trouble with when you do stuff during the day, and that's obviously stuff that I've learned, is actually, if it's bright outside, it's awful when you're trying to do streaming. So it's thank you, I appreciate it. I've been trying to put do the lights a little bit stronger, so it doesn't have so much of a contrast. That's what happens. So thank you, I appreciate that. Obviously, Andy, good afternoon. Hope you're all well. Hope you're eating something nice for lunch. And Ben, hope you're well, mate. Take care. Appreciate you getting in touch. And that's all the ideas. It's a little community. We sort of put together these silly ideas, and then we chat about them. So I've actually been sent some questions already. This is almost like it's almost like it's planned from Forever Blind Bubbles, who sent me a couple. The first one was a question for me, and the next one is a question that we could, what's your favorite roast dinner type question. So the question he sent me was, what do I eat at the London Stadium? Good question. This is probably a two-part question, to be honest. The first part is pre-lockdown, and the second part is post-lockdown, post-restart. Basically, what do we get? We get a little packed lunch. Well, I used to get a little packed lunch, which had a little sandwich in. Always, usually, either cheese and pickle, or what was it? It was like a chicken mayonnaise. Very exciting stuff with crisps, and that could be whatever. And we've already covered crisps on this series. So, and usually a muffin, a little chocolate muffin, and then we have the West Ham water that they sort of bring up in, and that's all we have really. So then I just bring a few snacks for the crew. So it might be some I don't know, something like some nice crisps. Maybe some chocolate. Maybe if it's seasonal, maybe it's around Christmas, I might bring some mince pies, and we all sort of tuck in. But now, obviously, post lockdown, in terms of restart, we don't get nothing. We get nada, and so it's not great. But we carry on regardless, don't we? Thank you, Michael. I don't know why the sound's breaking up, but it's the same setup as always. It might just be a dodgy internet feed at the moment. That's the trouble when you do live stream, unfortunately. But I appreciate you letting me know. So yes, that's what I have, and we sort of sit up in that box, and that's it really. And I come down at 4 hours later. We get there 4 hours before the game. We still get there 4 hours before the game now. Yeah, it's good fun. Obviously it's good fun, but obviously they don't feed us as well as they used to, which is, and even back at the old gaff. I mean, we never used to get stuff at the old gaff, to be honest. We used to have to fend for ourselves, so it was nice to get a little packed lunch from London Stadium, or LS193, or whatever they're called. So there we go. So thank you for that question, for Blind Bubbles. Right, okay. Also this afternoon, My Ham's 11. Obviously, every day we put a new episode on. We've got former West Ham goalkeeper Tom McAllister. Tom played exactly 100 games during 1981 to 1989, I want to say. Really, really lovely bloke. Really, really lovely interview. And so make sure you check that one out. He's incredible. He said some of the players he played with during that time, you've got to think, it was just off the back of the FA Cup final. And so they had, obviously, the 83-84 season, which not a lot of people talk about. We were riding high, and then we fell away the wayside a little bit. And then obviously the 85-86 season. So really, really interesting. And obviously, being a goalkeeper and obviously having Phil Parkes there as well, it's interesting, and he's very honest in terms of, him and Phil and how they sort of handled one another getting into the team or not, because they sort of chopped and changed a bit, particularly sort of, I think it was 84-85 season. I think he played, he took over from Phil, Tom did, then he got injured and he missed the whole of 85-86. And then I think he didn't get back into the team for almost 2 years, which was crazy. But we've got him coming on at 5 o'clock or 4:45 if you're on YouTube at 5 o'clock. We release it to Facebook and Twitter. No, Andy, no chicken balti. I love a chicken balti pie though. We used to get them sometimes at the old girl, bless her. One of the sound engineers would do a little run downstairs and bring up a couple of chicken balti pies, and I'm not a pie man. I'm not a pie man. I'm not a pie mash fan either, really. So yeah, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Right, anyway, let's get on to another question, which someone, which for Blow sent me, and it's a really, really topical question. Let's do this one. Ken's just come on. Favorite pre-match meal. Let's open up to everyone else. What do we have when it's pre-match? At West Ham, what do you go? Or maybe again, maybe a two-part question. Maybe what did you used to have when you was at Upton Park, and then what would you do when you were at London Stadium? Because obviously that's changed somewhat now. For me, my pre-match meal at Upton Park was Urcans. I loved a bit of Urcans. Half pounder with chips. Lovely stuff. Be interesting to see what everyone else used to do, whether they're at Nathan's or they'd go to Ken's or they'd go to, I don't know, one of the little chicken shops around the corner. Or that calf, was it Friends calf along the Barking Road? And obviously it'd be interesting to see what people do now. Now obviously I literally go straight in. And so my pre-match meal now may be a sausage roll from the Co-op. There we go. And a can of Diet Red Bull. But yeah, be interesting to see what people do pre-match. What do you munch on? Obviously, be interesting to see. We've got another question we're going to get coming in as well. So we have a couple running today. The second question, which again was provided by our good friend for West Ham, for Forever Blowing Bubbles, is what's your favourite ice cream? What's your favourite ice cream? I am proper boring. My favourite ice cream, I'll be honest, vanilla. That's it, man. I'm so plain. I'm so boring. Same as milkshakes, vanilla. You go to one of these big parlours and you have hundreds of different combinations, and you can have, galaxy, caramel like whooshed into it. Nah, vanilla. Right, anyway, we've got some questions about their answers about their pre-match meals. We've got H. Pork. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. I go to chicken shop. They used to sing every week. Yeah, the usual. You walk in, the usual. That's like me at the Oh My God in Hornchurch. I phone them up and they hear my voice. You're right, Russ? Yep, usual. Yeah, be ready 15 minutes, and then I just sort of hover around outside. And as I said, they give me a bit of extra donomy, which is very nice for them. Andy, mine full English in Wetherspoons. Just drink, line the stomach and off you go, mate. That's what I mean. But Yeah, it's it's all fun. It's so true, isn't it? Some people don't even bother. Eating's cheating, as they say. Some people. Right, we've got H. Paul again. He says, I used to love that Gav. Quite emotional, knowing full well that they had to close. Yeah, it's a very shame in it. Obviously, I remember going to Nathan's, and they obviously had to check clothes. And I'm talking to the lady there, bless her. You know, it must be the year before, and they sort of were saying, yeah, they're going to have to close and stuff, which is horrible. But there's nothing, necessarily we could have done about that. Kent used to go to the chicken shop, Dixie's. Sometimes go back there because it's cheap to go. Yeah, just have a traveller. So you go to Barking Road, have a traveller, have a Dixie's, and then get to Stratford. Just jump on the bus and off you go, innit? So eat it on the way, innit? But why not? Why not? It's a bit cheaper, innit? Yeah, because also I think around there is more brands, isn't it? Unfortunately, but Dixie's got a bit of dirty chicken. They never hurt anyone. Right, H. Port's coming in with his ice cream. Right, he's going. Wow. Okay, he's got some sort of list. He's got mint, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, whatever it is. He loves his ice cream, which is great. As I said, I'm proper boring vanilla. Proper vanilla. And do you know, I don't really care if it's like, Haagen-Dazs or the cheap one from Tesco's, whatever. Vanilla ice cream. I'm all right with that. And obviously, that follows onto my milkshake choices. It is vanilla for me. Always a good vanilla milkshake. Although, I don't do the McDonald's ones now because of the straw, which is a shame. And he's coming with mint choc chip. Woohoo! Someone's doing well for themselves. Mint choc chip, eh? I don't like ice cream with bits in. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ben, and I'm going to put my Poppy there. Obviously, it's Poppy Day today, so I'll take it out. It's really annoying. And I appreciate it's probably vibrating on that. There we go. Let's put it up there. There we go. And then watch it fall off as soon as I let go. Yes. No, that's not too bad. I've seen Jim's comment. I'm gonna big up that comment in a minute. But anyway, Andy, yeah, chip, chip. Yep, all good. As I said, I don't like things with bits in. I don't think, like Ben and Jerry's with their like caramel chunky monkey. No, because it just makes it hard. I don't like it. It's a mixture of textures, isn't it? You've got the soft ice cream, and then you've got these hard like caramel bits and things like that. We've got Kent's gone in with Mr. Whippy sauce. What sauce though, Kent? You haven't said though. We're going chocolate. We're going raspberry. We're going strawberry. What are we going for? You've got to add that sort of extra layer of. That's what we need, that extra layer, in terms of that sort of level of detail. Hundreds of thousands. Now, Jim's busted out a great shout, and Rossi's seafront ice cream. Do you know what? We have to sometimes do it like, we're probably about, I don't know, Hornchurch to Southend, 25 minutes maybe on a good run. And so, yeah, my wife, we have to do detours. We've got friends in Thorpe Bay and stuff like that. And so literally, that we had to go round, and we'd have to go to that, and we have to go to that exact one on the seafront, not the ones down the corner, like the little put me up shops, but the actual real parlour, because and she won't get it. She won't get the whippy. She'll get the one at the tub. Do you know what I mean? Like the one which is almost like put onto your cornet, like I don't know, like it's concrete. It's almost like a butch, one of those concrete things. And that's what she has. And yeah, no. So you have to sometimes do a detour all the way around it just to get there, man. But it's it's not great. But I don't really like that soft scoop. I don't quite a bit grainy, to be honest. But it tastes lovely, and I always go there for my wife. And so we did it. If we can't do that, she's very disappointed. So we're in Southend. But yeah, great shout. Murkoff's. Is that Murkoff's or Muggos? Are you saying it's Muggoff Lee or Murkoff's? Is that your ice cream choice? I'll be honest. I'm a little bit. Let me know. Ken carries his back to his home around chocolate. It's a good shout. Yeah, reusable straws, man. Good idea. And also with a McDonald's milkshake, you just don't get enough purchase on it. You need that sort of plastic straw to break through that first, and then you're all right. But yeah, and it goes horrible. And it's chocolate and the strawberry sauce. Bloody hell, Ken, and hundreds of thousands. Whew, it's a taste sensation in your mouth, mate. I'm telling you. H. Pork says things got so bad that he's had to create an Instagram food account, and let's give that a plug. The Northwest food blogger loves his food. Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. And as I said, things got so bad, particularly the next 2 weeks, we haven't got no West Ham to talk about. We're talking about international duty, and I hope that Declan Rice doesn't get injured and people like that, and Masuaku and people like that. That obviously feel free. I've got my in Russ we crust baking show, whatever it is. We did scones last week. Had loads of good feedback from that, which is good. We're doing pizzas this week as well, so that'll be good. So that'll probably be Friday's question. What is your favourite pizza? So we won't ask that now. We'll ask that Friday in preparation for the next episode of In Russ We Crust. We try and throw this together. There's some planning sometimes. Dom's gone in. Hello, Dom. Welcome. Thanks for rum and raisin. Oh, old school. Old school. Can you still get rum and raisin? It's like I saw. What I saw the other day. Raspberry Ripple in Marks and Spencer's. See, check me out. That's how I roll. But Marks and Spencer's raspberry Ripple, rum and raisin, nice one. We went glamping a few weekends ago, sort of the weekend of the Man City game, and basically we went to this ice cream parlor in Cromer, and there was like hundreds. It was like literally so many different variations and all these different ones you could have, and you could have one and then another dollar for something, and this and that and this and that. Me, Russ, vanilla, 2 scoops, no sauce, no hundreds of thousands, and just a spoon. That was it. It was like, what was the point? Could have just gone to Morrison's and got myself a tub for like £1. But okay, Murkoff's in Canning Town. Oh, I get you. Yeah, and as we said, it's a nice. Oh, okay, gotcha. In Canning Town, the old Rathbone Road Market, lovely. I love all that type of stuff. But it's. For me, it's Rossi's if I go anywhere. If anywhere within the vicinity of Southend, Fort Bay, Leon Sea, anywhere like that, we had to end up at Rossi's on the seafront, freezing our bums off in the car, eating ice cream. Well, that's just how we roll. Usually pissing it down as well. She's really rainy along that bit when we go as well. But anyways, Kent in Ryby informs us that there's 10 players on international duty. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. That's the trouble, isn't it? That's the trouble. Where, you want your team to perform well, but you don't want the sort of denational effects, do you, on your team? And do you remember last time when Masuaku came back early because we thought he was going to be injured, and like our sort of names dropped, and we was like, oh God. 6 months ago, we were going to give him a shit if Masuaku had got injured. You know what I mean? But it's so integral. Same as now Declan. Declan or Thomas or Kufel or any of them, or Fabianski more than anything. Because I think we need, we still have that issue when Fabianski's out. We don't have that. I mean, Randolph's quite good, but in terms of true backup, let's see who can go through them. Let's see who can do them. Okay, H Port's gone in with Yarmolenko, Haller, Rice, Fabianski, Kufal, Suka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. We've got 3 more. Come on in, Kent. I trust you, Kent, to come in. In Kent, we trust. So hopefully, that was quite good like that. The little poppy on there. That's quite good. I'm quite impressed. Yes, Yarmolenko, Haller. Obviously, Haller with the Ivory Coast. Good luck to him. Hopefully, he'll get a brace or something like that, and then come back full of confidence. Exactly. Let Kent finish off with the other 2. 2, I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He said 10. So he's got 3. Yes, Jim. Barama. Al Algerian wizard. The Algerian Del Piero, didn't Clips call him the other day, which I thought was brilliant. Then he became the Algerian Diego Simeone when he gave the penalty away. I love West Ham Clips. He's such a dude. We all just literally all of us, our little production team, as soon as the clips that we send it round, because you've got to watch it straight away. Right, Randolph and 1 more, and then I think that could be it after that, maybe. I'm sure. So we've got Yarmolenko, Haller, Rice, Fabianski, Masuaku, Kufal, Suchek, Barami, Randolph. Who's his 10th one? Ken? Come on, Ken. I'm waiting on you now. We're waiting on you now. This is the question. And that's what I mean about these shows. They just go here, I'm going to talk about ice cream. No, we're going to actually go back and talk about football. The idea is we're not necessarily going to talk about football, but we are. I don't know who his 10th one's going to be now. I'm excited. I'm just trying to look now. Is it Snodgrass? Is it Snoddy? Is he in the team? Is he in the Scottish team? I don't know. Who we got? Wales. Balbuena. I think. Oh, again. In Kent we trust. In Kent we trust. I think Balbuena. I don't know. Did anyone watch? Anyone listen to Talk Sports today? Carlton Cole was on there, obviously, and Nobes was on there doing an interview. Really, really funny. Really, really interesting. I love the way Noble talks. He was talking about not just West Ham, and obviously he was talking about Antonio, and obviously that giving him the penalty at Man United, so he got his bonus, and talking also about 5 substitutions as well. And what did he think? Would it favour the big teams? And to Mark's credit, he actually said it would probably even the playing field a little bit because, the bigger teams, they're playing a lot more games and a lot of European games and all over the place. And it's, then also in the flip side, it means when you do get a team like West Ham, like Burnley, who get into the Europa League, for example, they're not throwing it away. Do you know what I mean? They're actually using it and playing with it. But it's interesting. Yeah. He's quite funny, particularly in the discussion with Laura Woods, bless her, and Carlton Cole's bulging contact book or something like that. It was very funny. But then it's the man himself. He's such a funny bloke, and I just think he's lovely, and the way he just talks, he talks really well, I think, for a player, for footballer particularly, and something like that as well. It wasn't it was sort of pounced on him a little bit. It wasn't necessarily, they were going to be talk about, and then you see how really good people talk when things will just get thrown at you and stuff. But top bloke, big fan of him. Right, so come on, guys, we need some more favourite ice creams. I think we've realised that Ken is a hoax, and he doesn't count. I'm joking, Ken. No, love your work. So far we've got vanilla, we've got chocolate chip, we've got Rossi's ice cream. H Port's gone for mint, strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. He don't care. He's just annoying. He would probably be. I think you're more of a Neapolitan fan, to be honest, isn't it? Because that's 3 out of those 4. Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. We've got Kent's come back. Bless him. Kent's come back. Oggy. He was called up, but obviously he was injured, wasn't he? There we go. So it's 9, but it would have been 10. But yeah, and that's why he was really annoyed when he came off, wasn't he? Because he knew he'd got called up and stuff. Lee's coming back to the topical question of the day with caramel. Ooh, check Lee out. Lee's gone a bit caramel. I like that. And he's gone in with Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. I don't know. Again, it's got bits in it. Do you know what I mean? Cookie dough's meant to be like baked, in it. I always think, cookie dough and stuff like that is in itself, it shouldn't be eaten raw, but it is what it is. As I said, we've got we're gonna have to fit H Port's gone straight. It's still 10, I think. I mean, it would be 10 if you counted Oggy. We're at 9 already, so +1. So we're splitting hairs here, and we've got 2 weeks to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? We haven't got no West Ham for 2 weeks. Then we've got obviously Sheffield United, which would be a tough game, I think. Very similar to the Fulham game, I think. Although I don't think they'll be as attacking as us, as Fulham were. Do you know what I mean? They'll be really trying to soak up pressure. But yeah, no, we've got as I said, we've got the John Hartson thing tomorrow, which should be fun. There may be a special guest. That's all I'm saying. There may be. I'm not promising anything. There may be a special guest to that one, which would be good. And we'll have Tom McAllister on today, doing his Hammers 11. And I mean, some of these players, it's just like a who's who of West Ham legends. Really, he's had the fortunate time to play with, and friends with and things like that. So really, really sweet guy as well. He was lovely, and he spoke so highly of John Lyon. Obviously, everyone does, but it was just such a cool, like the way he sort of spoke about him, and he sort of went, he sort of basically, I won't spoil it, but John did something in the contract negotiations which basically underpinned how much people trusted John Lyle, and you have to watch it to find out because it's incredible. yes, that's the trouble with international duty. As I said, Ken, we want all our players to play well and get international recognition, so they want to stay at the club and yada yada yada. But then if they get injured, we're back to square one, aren't we? And Christ, we know that the whole Dean Ashton thing. That's the only time, because I'm really not into England. I'll be honest, or I'm really not. The only time I keep an eye on it in case Deck gets injured more than anything. See if he's not starting, I won't really bother watching it. And if on my notifications he comes on, I might switch on just to sort of safeguard that he's okay. Sort of keeping, make sure he's safe from afar. Lee's gone back to our ice cream discussion. Lee's gone in with mint Viennetta. Ooh, ooh la la, Viennetta. Now, see, that's different, isn't it? That's not a nice. That's dessert. And Andy's come in quite quickly to see, his favourite dessert, and I think this would actually lend itself more to that discussion. What's your favourite dessert? So obviously moving away from ice cream, what's your favourite dessert? So I think that we've got here apple crumble, apple pie. Do you know what? I am so in your wheelhouse, Andy. To be honest, I'm an apple fan. I like apple desserts. I like an apple tart. I love a crumble. I'm okay with pie. Not a custard person, not a warm custard, because it's warm on warm, isn't it? Apple crumble and apple pie, then you put warm custard on. That's warm on warm. That's like eating soup and drinking tea. It's two warm things. It'd be an ice cream. It would be an ice cream for me. We got standard chocolate brownie all over it. We'll be doing brownies in Russ request in Russ We Crust. We're doing them. We're doing cakes and stuff like that as well. So yeah, we'll make sure we do a chocolate brownie, and we'll do one of my chocolate brownies, which are very, very naughty. Right, okay, so H go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. You were right. We were right. So it would have been 11. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got an A star in maths at GCSE, and I'm still it's 10. Well done, H Paul. Ken, well done. It was 10. It was 10. It would have been 11 with what's name playing if Oggy was there. So we could lose our goalkeeper, a right back, centre back, centre midfield. Oh dear. But Mark will be back because he's back training at the moment, as he said in his talk sport. Lee, Lee's asked me a question about Trevor Booking. Working on it. Some of the older players, some of them famously haven't got a mobile phone, so I've got their landline number, and I find it because they don't necessarily know me well. So me phoning up, go, "Hi, it's Russ. Do you want to come on?" And they go, "What?" And try to explain how to do the whole sort of this thing. It's a little bit trickier, particularly for the older players. But I do have some friends of the channel who reach out for me and try and help me out with some players. There's a couple of them who are very, 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 very helpful for me. Ken, back to this sort of big heated debate about favourite desserts. He's gone for chocolate pudding, chocolate custard. So that's double chocolate. Interesting. It was school chocolate pudding, chocolate custard. You shouldn't have doubted yourself, Ken. You shouldn't have doubted yourself, and I didn't doubt you. I knew there was a bit of reason, and actually we're going to have some stuff to do as well. You talk about reasons and doubting questions. We're going to do some. Obviously, we're going to start soon again the live quiz nights as well soon, which should be fun. And also we're going to do something. But Baz and Frankie did it at Claret on the Claret and Blue Army TV, where they had like a quiz. They did like a quiz where you could like this, like a live quiz, and people could join in. Kent won, I came second, and so we're going to do one of them as well in a couple of weeks' time. We've got the questions all set up by a proper person set the questions up for me, so that's good. So I don't have to sort of do them and all the answers are wrong, much like my chase. When you saw the chase with me and Stell and Nigel and all those, and Rob and people like that. So that should be fun. We'll keep you posted on that. Probably about a week or so we'll do that. Back to our discussion about desserts, and he's got in with Southend desserts, Southend donuts rather. Yes. Those donuts by the pier, when you can just get them hot donuts and just absolutely covered in sugar. Absolutely covered in sugar, weren't they? And it was just an absolute nightmare. You just get sugar everywhere with those. Now, now Jim's got him with a good one. Pavlova. Oh, great shout! Great shout. Maybe we'll do one of them. Maybe we'll do one of them for in Russ wheat crust. We could do a Pavlova. Really easy to do, actually. Once you know, again, everything, people get scared about baking and making like desserts and bread and stuff like that. It's really easy. It's just a recipe. If you just keep, just follow the recipe, your oven's at the right temperature, then you're dandy, absolutely dandy. But you just got to give yourself time, man, isn't it? That's like the pizzas, honestly. Yeah, the pizza one's a good one. Big fan of my pizzas. As I said, mother-in-law eats them. She hates pizzas, but she still eats mine. And unfortunately, Kent's not going to enter the quiz when we're doing it. He just said because, yeah, okay. Well, Ken, maybe you could adjudicate if there's any issues, but there shouldn't be. H. Port hasn't been down Southend for ages. Sad times. I suppose it's the same. Yeah. Well, next time you have to come down. Remember when you're allowed to? Down south, it's changed a lot. They've done a lot to it recently in the last sort of 18 months, 2 years. Actually, they're not doing they do the fireworks, don't they, every Saturday? Obviously, probably not now over November, but they were brilliant. You used to go down there. We used to get there early, have a little something to eat at one of the cafes where it has the outside seating. We'd be front row and watch them. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. But we do love a few. You can obviously then have a few Southend donuts, couldn't you? And then pop to Rossi's. See how it'd be heaving at those things. And they used to do the Christmas lights, and then they remember one year they did the Christmas lights, and I think it was who was it? It was something I think David Hasselhoff, because he was doing it at the Queen's that week, that sort of year, the pantomime. He was meant to actually do them, and he couldn't, and they were scrabbling around. I think they found, oh god, did they find Lee what's his surname? He won that Joseph competition. Lee something. He was married to these fellow. He like turned up in like he's almost like he just been dragged in because he lives in Southend. He must have been next door, and they hit the knocked him up and that's going to really annoy me now. But Lee, he switched him on and everyone walked down to watch the older fireworks. But yeah, it's all good. Hi, Fo, nice to see you, man. Yeah, very well, thank you. Hope you are well. Yeah, Lee. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken. Lee Mead. Any dream will do. Is there no end to this man's mastermind talents? And as you said, yeah, you should do the best damn mastermind, Ken. Although they'd put loads of those random, like really sort of questions a bit later on, the earlier years, and that's where they pull them apart in it. It's those sort of older questions. But I'm sure you'd have a good go at it, mate. But yes. Right, Fo, come on. What's your favourite ice cream, man? That's the question we're all asking. We're waiting for Fo's favourite ice cream. Pretty much know everyone else's at the moment, or favourite dessert, or both, man. We'll have both today. But as I said, we've got the John Artson thing coming up tomorrow, which should be a giggle. And also, like, a few things. If you've got any questions, anything you want to ask me anything about West Ham. Within reason, I'll answer them. But also any questions you want to do for this thing, wherever this thing is. Still haven't figured out what this thing is, but it's just us having a chat for 30 odd minutes. Any questions to do with that? And anything else? Any other? Just as I said, if you're feeling shit, you're feeling down, my DMs are always open. Send me a DM and we'll have a chat and get everyone through it, because it's still a horrible time at the moment. A lot of people I appreciate a lot of people a lot worse off than I am at the moment. I'm very fortunate. Obviously still in work and stuff like that, but and mentally okay and stuff like that. But obviously a lot of people are suffering, and obviously we've had a few people on Twitter having not meltdowns, but people reaching out, and that's really important. That's the whole idea of this. Everyone can reach out to each other, even for 30 minutes. We can have a giggle, we'll talk about something completely benign and completely stupid, and we're here to chat, mate. And that's the idea. And it's important to chat, and it's important to make sure we have the breaks, and important we have a little break away from work as well, because otherwise you can get so into your work. I know for a fact you can really get your head into it because you haven't got to travel, you haven't got to commute, and if you don't make sure you switch off your your computer at a decent hour or switch it on, not silly o'clock in the morning, you'll drive yourself absolutely crazy. And you will do. And it's important also now because, as I said, in the nights, it was easier. It was easier when it was 32 degrees outside and you're working from home, working on the laptop in the garden. That was easy. But now it's horrible. It's a weird sky today. It's like a sort of hazy sky. It's rainy. It's cold all the time. You have something like 10 hours of sunlight, if that. It's just it's dark by 4 o'clock. It's important you sort of make sure. And also, at lunchtime, go for a walk. Go for a walk for lunchtime. Put this on for half an hour when you're walking around, and then at least you can have a giggle. Obviously, you probably don't want to text so much because it might be good. But do you wear glasses? If not, that's a shame. You look a little bit like Hugo. I do wear glasses, but I don't put them on because you can see the glare of the lights. I do wear glasses. I know Hugo. Did you see him on Match of the Day? Hilarious yesterday. Match on Sunday when he had his he took Diop's ring and it flew up, and then there was him on the floor with Dougie, on the groundsman, trying to find it. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, he's leaving soon, which is a shame. He's a top bloke. They all are. They're all nice people at West Ham. They really, really are. They really, really are. But yeah, that was funny. Go back and watch Match of the Day when they did the good and bad bit. And I think they were bad. And I think Hugo definitely put it on he put it on his Instagram and stuff. And his ass was on telly, as he said, God bless him. But yeah, it's West Ham, mate. It's West Ham. But anyway, everybody. As I said, we're trying to do these every day or so if we can. As I said as well, if you've got any questions, let me know. Ask me anything and I'll answer it. What do I eat on the stadium? Within reason, I'll answer it, obviously. Any questions you want me to do here, like our little silly questions about what's your favourite ice cream or, what's your favourite dessert or anything like that. And also any ideas about what we can call this thing would be useful. Because at the moment there's too many. It's lockdown lunch live. That's not bad, but it's a bit long. Anything, I'd really, really appreciate it. Otherwise, as I said, I'll be stumbling my way through this every lunchtime for the next 4 or 3.5 weeks. But anyway, I hope everyone is safe and well. As I said, it's good to talk. It's don't be afraid to reach out and chat if you need any help or anything as we're getting through this sort of next 3.5 weeks. And until next time, everyone, take care, everyone, stay safe, wash those hands, come on your irons, and I can't see my hands, come on your irons, and I will see everyone very, very soon. As I say, make sure you're watching tomorrow for the live stream at 9 o'clock, the John Hartson Appreciation Night with myself, Martin Godliman, and Matty Lawless, which will be good. Loads of great goals. Martin's done a cracking job on the highlights, and there's probably about a minute and a half of Martin just talking about his career, and then there's about 10 minutes of John Hartson goals. Some cracking players you forget. It's like, oh my God, David Unsworth. Oh my God, Ian Pearce. Oh my God, you see how influential Berkovic was on Hartson's career and stuff as well. All that type of stuff. Make sure you watch it. It'll be a right giggle. And as I said, we'll have all these things where you can comment on you can write your memories of John, and memories not passed away, but memories of John playing at West Ham, and we'll get them up and we'll have a good old giggle as we always do. But everyone takes care. Everyone stay safe. As I said, wash their hands, come on your irons, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.